Hey guys, how are we getting on? Sorry for the delay. Had serious issues with the stream there. It just would not for the life of me work. I just have to share the link for the stream out on my socials and then I'll be throwing up the camera then. But anyways, you haven't missed anything. We're literally 12 minutes in. There hasn't been much from what I've seen, but Shamrock Rovers do have a bit of an attack there now, so hopefully I don't miss it. There's shouts for a handball. If you are watching along, be sure to give the stream a like, and I will be joining you on the camera there so shortly. I'm literally just posting this on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, if you're in the chat, say hello. Let me know who you're going for, what you're hoping for the result. Obviously, if you're Irish, you're hoping for a big win here for Rovers. I'm just looking at this handball. They're not even showing it on the camera. Like, this is an awful stream. If anybody follows me on any of the socials, I just posted about the state of it being actually like not put on Irish TV. Do you know? So yeah, that is a disappointment, all right. But I ended up biting the bullet and just paying the fucking €12 for that stream. So I'm just posting this here. We have, oh my god, someone has gone for a bicycle kick, and was that Sabuale trying a bicycle kick? Oh my god, that's insane. Sorry, it wasn't. It was Afalabi. But yeah, early pressure here from Rovers. So it's what you like to see. Like, their away form hasn't been great at all. So definitely a fan of them getting forward nice and early. They have a shot on target at least. So let's just get this posted. Now, where is my chat? Chat has kind of just disappeared on me. 2 seconds now. Restore chat. There we go. Rory, how are we getting on? I am great. I'm a little bit disappointed by the lashing rain outside, but sure, look. Yes, it was the extra. So yeah, I don't have LOI TV. It's near the end of the season, so I just didn't bother getting it. But I did the solid sport one, so I paid €12 for this stream, like, just to be able to watch it and actually know what's going on live and direct. I was really close to just like watching, say, the FOT mob, how it gives the commentary, or just like the little doc going around like that. But um, yeah, who will win? Shamrocks? Yeah, 100% Ian. We're going for Shamrock Rovers. I mean, KuPS, yeah, KuPS, they weren't amazing in the, say, first leg. So I was at the first leg, if anybody has watched it. But yeah, so I don't know, Rory, are you watching along? Was it different actually was there a different fee on League of Ireland TV? Um, like, if there was, that'd be great, that you like got a cheaper price if you paid it. But this was just €12 for this just one stream, which is fairly disappointing. Do you know, that kind of way? Sorry, I got distracted there now. I'm getting the camera up here. 2 seconds. Just let me know how the sound is. Is it all good? Ian, I actually haven't even thought about the score for a second there. So let me think. I'd love a Rovers just to absolutely batter them, but I think it's going to be a case of like a 1-0 type of thing. Do you know, that kind of way? So what are you thinking, Ian, yourself? Are you backing a Rovers win? Are you backing a big win, a small win, extra time even? We'll have extra time and penalties, of course, in this fixture. So this could be a long one. I mean, to get my €12 money's worth, I wouldn't mind it going to like extra time, but KuPS have a chance here. He's shot from flashes by the post there. Early sighter for their centre forward Parsicek. Pretty sure he scored actually last week. Was he the guy that scored? Para. So I'm watching it on Solid Sport. If you go to the Shamrock Rovers website, they have a link there that you can click and you pay €12 for the match. I'm just watching it here and commentating on it basically, and we're having a bit of crack. But um, yeah, if you want to stay here, and I'll talk you through the whole game, or if you want to pay the €12, you can. It's kind of up to you. I just kind of bit the bullet because I wanted to go live, to be honest. So I said I may as well have something in front of me that I can, use and watch along with. But big chance here. McGinty comes out and claims that really well. Ian, I'll ask you questions. Yeah, do fire ahead. You can. I'll be watching along. I'm going to pop up the camera there now shortly. I'm so distracted here. Live now. Come say hi. Nice and simple. Oh no, I don't want that. Um, yeah, sorry. I have the scoreboard and everything up on my stream as well, so I'll throw that up now when I get the camera set up. Yeah, Rory, you were here the last day, and appreciate you coming back. It is currently 0-0. I have my scoreboard set up here, so I'll just throw that up right now. Let's just make sure that's all posted. Yeah, absolutely. So let's just sugar. I'm after getting that. Now we'll hook this up and we'll get the proper bits up and going. But we're 20 minutes in, and Shamrock Rovers have a corner. So hopefully a goal here from this. 20 minutes in. Seems to be a good couple of people there. Swings it in, goalie comes for it, flaps out of it, and giving away a free there by Shamrock Rovers for impeding the goalkeeper. So, right, let's get this up. Now, studio mode. Okay, guys, we're in. We're active. Sorry about the delay with everything there. It's a bit of a manic start to the stream, but sure, look, what else would you be at? I'm going to move that over slightly. So let's go this way a small bit. And we're good. Yeah, lovely. As I said, be sure to drop a like on the stream if you're watching along. Mike's, I think we were for the most part. Like it wasn't an amazing performance. Well, I say we. I'm not a Shamrock Rovers fan. Just to preface all this, when I'm saying we, I'm just like I'm uh, I'm just kind of a League of Ireland fan. But yeah, so I think Rovers were the better team in the first leg. They just kind of they didn't put on their best performance. Do you know that kind of way? A couple of those chances go in, and you're looking at like a 2-1, 3-1 lead going into the second leg. And honestly, it would have been way more enjoyable, I'd say, as just a League of Ireland fan, to have at least some hope of an Irish team going through. But Yeah, I thought they were. Let me know if you disagree or agree or what you saw it as. But KuPS, I suppose they were the away team in the first leg, so they wanted to bring the game back to Finland in as minimal of a disadvantage as they could. But KuPS will smash you. Yeah, don't worry. I'm judging off the away form of Rovers this season. I'm not hopeful. If any of you have checked, sorry for the drop in the stream there. It just cut out for a second. Sorry, but yeah, Rory. I am a Galway fan. Do you think you could have a win against Shells? Oh, I actually don't, are we? Is that home for Galway? I actually don't know. Like I'm going to Electric Picnic at the weekend, so I've kind of like decided this is the last bit of football I'm going engaging with until say next week, kind of thing. But I'll look up the fixtures there. Galway United versus Shells. Oh, we're home, are we? Yeah. Honestly, Galway aren't a high scoring team, so I wouldn't be hugely confident in um, us doing an amazing job. Like, if anything, we frustrate them and then score late on, and that's our best bet of beating them. But blank, you can watch this. So I'm currently watching on Solid Sport. If you go to the Shamrock Rovers website and just click on the link, it takes you straight to Solid Sport. I was pretty against paying for it, but I kind of just bit the bullet and accepted that, you know what, I'm going to have to just get this up here, because the only other option for me then was to like sit and watch Fat Mob and watch the little ball go back and over, or watch like the Google screen and wait for the goals to pop up. But yeah, how have Rover started? Sorry, up the dubs. Yeah, you know what? It's been actually a promising start. I thought they were going to get dominated. Now I haven't seen any of the stats or anything, but I thought they were going to be kind of KuPS having a lot of the ball. They kind of have a bit of possession here now, 25 minutes in, and they're just kind of playing around the back though. It's not like anything worthwhile, and they're not playing any probing passes. They get one loose there and they're through though. A missed pass, and there's a chance here on the edge of the D. He takes a turn and gets kind of caught up with himself, but they still have the ball. Ball crossed in there towards Piaszczek, and it's cleared away by Rovers there. So a bit of pressure. Pico is out there putting pressure on the centre forward. They're kind of just going nowhere. Being honest, seems like a decent crowd over there though. Looking at the stand, But yeah, let's get a little poll up. We'll just say who you think's going to win. Oh, go for a shot from distance there from the KuPS. It drifts way wide of the target, but who's that? Anthony? I'm not sure. He's had some strike of the ball there, though. It's not a million miles away either, to be fair. Who will win? Let's get a Rovers and a KuPS. Start the poll. But yeah, so any other crack with ye for the game? Are you watching along while watching with me? But if you are, let me know. I just scrolling back up there to your chat, Rory, about the extra fee on the European games. So you pay the membership and then pay extra for the European games. Like if you're paying close to €12 for this game, separate to like paying your LOI TV pass, that is a farce, in my opinion. Like, I'm just so against, you know, scrounging every like last bit of cash out of people for these kind of things. Do you know, this is a big game in the context of League of Ireland football. They really like need this result to allow our coefficient to be good enough to get four teams possibly qualifying, I believe. But um, yeah, just disappointing that like this thing, even €12. Like if it was a fiver or something, fair enough. I think they'd get so many people onto the stream as well. Like they'd way more engaged. I'd say loads of people are just um, not watching the match because of, you know, like they just can't be arsed paying that. But like yeah, it's disappointing enough when they kind of choose to do that stuff. But anyways, sorry, the chat is kind of disappearing on me here. So 2 seconds, I'm gonna actually pop it out of the tab here so I can watch it properly. Pop out. There we go. Lovely. So if you're chatting away there, I can join in a bit more. What were you saying? Rory, I think Drogheda and Dundalk is the game that's televised tomorrow, Virgin Media. Yeah, honestly, it'll like that'll be at what, 6:45 or 7:45, sorry, Irish time. Realistically, I won't be like if I'm at Electric Picnic, I'll be just there won't be enough reception. Being honest, like I've been there a few times and like it's not the type of place you're able to be watching things. I remember last season actually, or last year even at there, I was watching, what was I trying to watch? Arsenal Liverpool was on the Sunday, and it was like lashing rain on the Sunday, so I was just sitting in a tent, and I'd managed to find like one of the tents in the arena that had data, and I was just watching Arsenal Liverpool there, and then of course Dominic Szoboszlai scored that very good free kick to beat us, so I was fairly disappointed for the rest of the day on Sunday. But sure, yeah, I just don't think I'll get to watch anything. Actually, thankfully, Arsenal are playing Monday night this week, so that's pretty ideal for me. Like having to go to EP for the weekend, and then I'll arrive back home and be able to watch Arsenal on the box. But yeah, I didn't pay it. Didn't feel like if it was a big club, it would be different. Is that kind of just a Shamrock Rovers dig that they're not a big club, or is that just like if is that you actually being serious that if it was say, you know, God knows, Real Madrid or something like that that you had to pay a stream for, you'd do it then, Rory? We're half an hour in. Honestly, not a whole pile has happened. Well, actor Irlande Foot, how are you? Welcome to the stream. You haven't honestly missed much. Like I've just been chatting away there to some of the lads in the stream, but um, it's like there hasn't been huge chances. KuPS have kind of grown into it a bit more, kind of like they did in the first leg. Um, they have a corner here now, 32 minutes gone. It's a good block by Grace there, but Rory, oh yeah. That's what I thought. I thought you were just having a little, Bose Shamrock Rovers dig kind of a thing, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna lob the laptop charger in here now, so we don't have the stream crashing. But yeah, honestly, hoping this goes a bit better for us. Like Celtic was on RT for free. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I completely agree. Um, like it should be a case of, you know, they're they should be prioritizing League of Ireland, not League of Ireland games, but like League of Ireland teams in Europe. Like, this is still technically Europe. I know it's not official league phase, but like they showed Celtic and they were showing Leon and Fenerbahce last night. Like, I get that's Champions League and yeah, grand, whatever, but they're also just showing the draw tonight. Like, that's the only thing. I don't know, did you see my post, Rory? But I sat down about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and just gave out about it because I was so like, I don't want to pay this €12 to watch this game. But hey Chris, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all good. We're Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, it's not like they're at a different stage to us, kind of a thing. It's actually just the fact that it's Champions League football that they want to be showing. Now, I do get that Celtic have quite a large following in Ireland, so I understand that side of things, but um, yeah, not the best in my opinion to be kind of prioritizing other football teams and stuff like that over our own, kind of a thing. Do you know? Like, I appreciate that they show some of the League of Ireland games throughout the season. Like, they generally will have a game every Friday, won't they, Rory? Um, I can't say I've sat down and actually watched one in a while though. Like, I generally just go to the games. I'll go to whatever, is on, just to get out and go somewhere. I made the decision after, what game did I stay home for? What game was it? There was it the France Argentina? No, one of the World Cup semi-finals. I think I stayed home for, and it was just an awful game of football. But like, I stayed home for that, and there was a League of Ireland game or something that I could have gone to, and it was genuinely unbelievable. I think it was one of the early Shamrock Rovers games in the qualifiers, but um, yeah, it was like, that was it. I'm not staying. If I have the opportunity to watch football or go to football, I'm going to football regardless of where I have to go and if the match is awful or not. But yeah, Paleo, how are you? One goal, please. Yeah, I would love a goal, honestly. Like, I fear this is going to be a very cagey affair. Oh, that was a bit of a sketchy back pass. Um, but McGinty gets it clear. A nice touchdown there from the midfield. He is surely offside there, but we'll take it. Go on, play it across. Oh, he's won a corner there. Oh, he's offside. Never mind. Completely erase everything there. He is offside there. I need to actually get the team sheets up, because I'm, as much as I watch plenty of League of Ireland ball, I'm still not like. It's not that I'm not confident, but I'm not like fully up to speed on like all of the players. Do you know that kind of way? Let's see. Can I get the team sheet here? Lineup data is not available. Okay, never mind. I'll get it on the Rovers page. Right, where's the teams? Order of God. Accept. Team news. Oh, it doesn't show the numbers though. I need the numbers. So, anyways, I'll deal with that. I'll just deal with trying to tell who it is from looking at them, but it's hard when I have the screen minimized. See, I don't have an amazing setup here. I literally have my laptop. That's it. So I'm. Oh, Cups have a chance here. Falls on the edge of the D. And it's a piddly shot through. McGinty can claim that nice and easy, but as I was saying, yeah, I'm literally running this whole thing off of my dusty old laptop. No, it's not that old. It's literally like 2019, but that I got it, but that's still fairly old, like 7 years at this stage I've had this laptop. So, I mean, it's doing well. The last stream was pretty good. I watched a bit of it back and no real issues with it, so thankfully that's all good. But Chris joining from Glasgow, that's crazy to be honest. Pretty cool that you're watching. Thanks for joining in. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe if you're enjoying the lives. I'm slowly getting into the live streaming a bit more. Only did my first one on Monday there, and really enjoyed it. I just picked Fulham and Chelsea to stream, or not stream, but like watch along kind of a job, and yeah, ended up really, really enjoying it. So came back for a Troy Pirates game on Tuesday night, and then this game tonight. So this is the last big hurrah for me before I go to EP. I won't be watching any more football, as I was saying there to Rory, until Monday night when I am back home from Electric Picnic. But yeah, honestly, not a huge prize. Oh, that is such a flop there. I can't believe he's gotten a free kick for that, but fair enough. O'Sullivan is taking this. I can't say I know O'Sullivan. My God. Um, Let me have a look at the chat there. Rory, yeah, every Friday. Go to Dalymount basically every time balls are home. Sick. I actually had only ever been to Dalymount to line up for the kneecap jersey, the kind of white one. I was getting that for someone for Christmas, and then I was like, oh, actually, I've queued for this like for an hour and a half. I got to get it. So it was actually the first League of Ireland jersey I owned, and then I actually went to the Balcani game, and that was class. Like it was just, I love summer ball. Like summer football is by far one of the best things ever. So yeah, it is. It's a nice spot. I'm excited to kind of see what the new stadium will look like. Obviously, it's 2 years it's going to take to develop it. So, yeah, it should be pretty cool though. I like all I know from the development is that it's going from say if I'm sitting in the not the Jody, what's the one down the end? The Des is it Des Kelly, the one behind the goal, facing down the way. It's actually going to be say this way across in front of me if I'm sitting this side. So the Jody is going to be behind it technically, I guess. But yeah. I was in the Des Kelly. Oh, unbelievable. That's where I was as well. Yeah. So we probably weren't far from each other, but yeah, I would say just off, if you're sitting behind the goal, I was just off to the left of it there, a small bit, like say, still inside the box, or still inside the 6 yard box, or just to the side of the 6 yard box, but a bit of argy-bargy here between Dylan Watts and the KuPS boys, but yeah, yeah, north to south, not east to west. So it's kind of, so the Des Kelly will say be the new side of the pitch, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I was getting at. But yeah, referee just having a bit of a chat here to Dylan Watts and the KuPS fella. They dap each other up and get on with it. Dylan Watts was running through. He does absolutely just barge into his back. there's no need for that, but yeah, that's funny. But sure, look. Oh, less of a crowd down this side actually. I was saying there was a decent crowd there earlier, but there actually doesn't seem to be a very good crowd there. Is that Pico stepping in? Yeah, Pico steps in very well. Free kick for Rovers. 42 minutes gone. This has kind of been a nothing first half, really. Like there hasn't been any clear, oh my God, that was such a good opportunity kind of a chance. I don't know, did I miss anything in the first 10 minutes there? As I was saying, I had issues with getting my stream up, but yeah, Pico's having a chat with the referee. Referee seems to be just talking about he's the referee basically. I don't want people calling for frees or whatever else. This stream though is interesting. They're not like they're just showing random camera angles like sometimes. Oh, that's a poor touch there by left winger on Shamrock Rovers side. So throw in made it easy for them. They've also just gotten rid of the clock, so I have no idea how long is left in the first half here. But sure, look, we'll carry on as we go. KuPS on the attack here. Oh, he's left that really well. How has he gotten through there? Okay, that is somehow a free kick, but yeah. This is not great football. I'll be so honest. This hasn't been a vintage European game by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully we get a Shamrock Rovers goal. I'll take one goal. Like honestly, just get them through to the league phase, because I don't know what I'll do with myself if I don't have European football to be going to during the winter. Like those Thursday evenings in November, October, December, like they're fairly boring if you don't have a bit of European ball, because sure League of Ireland will be done by then, so I'll have to be going abroad, and I don't often, well, I say I don't often get abroad. That's probably a lie. If you look at my channel, I have a few vlogs from good away days that I've had over the last little while, but yeah, honestly, not sure what way this game is going to go. I feel like it'll be a 1-0 to either side. Looking at this first half, like, so timer kid. Yeah, see, timer's actually back. Sorry. Literally just coming up to the 45th minute there, so we'll be getting the added time. I can't imagine it'll be a huge amount there, Callum. But getting abroad is expensive. Yeah, honestly, I do it cheap, like plus 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute added time. Going abroad for me, especially as an Arsenal fan, like I'm generally going to London anytime, say during the winter that I'm going abroad. I'm rarely going anywhere else. So you can get over and back to London in the day, which is great, and you can probably do it for like 30, 40, maybe 50 quid if you get really lucky. Like if you've kind of a plan and you know you're going to be going to this game on this day or whatever else, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm enjoying the League of Ireland. I kind of was not a hater, but like the FAI really ruined football for me. I didn't agree with, and I kind of still don't agree with the way it's been run. So that big chance, great block there by Shamrock Rovers defenders. Two of them in there just hoofing the ball away. That's surely time there now. Yeah. Half time there, so 0-0 at the break, 1-1 on aggregate. That was a big chance though for KuPS. Jesus, like he blasted it, and then another block in there. I think Dylan Watts possibly, not sure. That was Grace getting out to that one, and Pico. Sorry, yeah, it was Pico and Grace getting in for that next one again, but. Half time there. Anybody that's watching the match, let me know what you've thought of the first half. I'll 0-0 half time. I have the scoreboard up there, so I hope that's visible for you, just below me there. But I'll update that as it goes along. I just don't have a timer. So yeah, I'm only doing the streaming for like the last week, if even literally 4 days. I did my first stream on Monday, and if you watch that one after this, like just have a click onto the start of it even, and you'll see the difference between now and then. I just haven't figured out how to get a stream. Like I've made this by myself. And I'll change it all as goals come in and stuff. But yeah, first half done and dusted. Honestly, not an amazing game of football by any stretch of the imagination. I am gonna end that poll there, and I'll just throw up. Or actually, not. I can leave the poll there, and I'll throw in a little bit of a question answer or something like that. You can throw questions at me. Ask. You know what? We'll do. Who is your favourite League of Ireland footballer? No, we'll send that off. But yeah. Let me get back to live chat here. Yeah, boys, drop in your messages. Have a bit of a chat. Welcome to over 0.5 goal, over 1.5 goals. Sorry, Takunda. I'd be struggling to see more than one goal in this unless it gets to extra time. And then I feel like maybe both teams. Oh no, I just can't see Stephen Bradley trying to like go for this. I feel like he'll take his chances on penalties. Do you know that kind of way? Does that make sense? I hope it does, but yeah, it's not an ideal scenario for a football game. Like at least if Rovers were slightly behind, like say a goal behind, I would have more confidence in them trying to get forward and like actually play. But yeah, I'm not hugely confident on their ability, so I would not be backing if that's what you're asking. If you're asking me for uh, gambling, even though I don't condone gambling, please do not waste your money. Being honest, like it's just a waste of time. Honest, obviously, if you're using like a free bet or something, fair enough. But if you're actually like putting your own money on it, no point really. Um, yeah. So, any favorite League of Ireland footballers? I'll start the conversation because I honestly loved Harry Wood. Harry Wood was unbelievable for Shelburne, and sorry now, this is just coming up. 2 seconds. So yeah. Anyways, favorite League of Ireland player Harry Wood was deadly. Like so disappointed. Well, not disappointed. I knew he would get a move. I just didn't think it would like. It didn't occur to me that yeah, that's the summer window for everybody else. Like he just left in the middle of the season, got to go to that Celtic game, and that actually happened to be number one, his last game for Shells, and number two, his last goal for Shells. Hold on, the boys are in here betting. I bet some pounds for the 1.5 goals. I'm afraid. Miguelin, that is. I mean, if that comes true, fair enough. But yeah, honestly, um, I wouldn't be confident to be honest. Like we could genuinely get to 90th minute, no goal scored, and then it goes to extra time. Like that's what I'm picturing and visualizing here. Do you know that kind of way? I don't think that. I don't think they kind of. Not that they have it in them, but I don't think Bradley is going to take that kind of a risk. Do you know that kind of way? Rory, yeah, Ross Tierney, fair enough. I think now he's probably my favourite. Well, he's up there. I like Harry Vaughan for ye as well. Harry Vaughan, I think, is such like not an underrated player because I feel like he's kind of rated, but like he's just such an impactful player, and he's just so technically gifted is what I just love about him. From a Galway standpoint, David Hurley, absolutely love him. I feel like he's not liked by most of the rest of the League of Ireland, which is like fair enough. But did I see Tierney's goal? I think I know the one you're on about. Is the one where he absolutely blasted from way out and it just flies in. Um, I literally, I have the image in my head and I can't describe it. But he gets the ball and just he kind of doesn't have a right to shoot, but he shoots anyways and it just like flies in top corner. He like only scores bangers from my like recent history with him. All I've seen is Ross Tierney score bangers. I don't know if anybody plays the League of Ireland fantasy game, but was huge on having Tierney, David Hurley, and Harry Wood in my team. And I then forgot about my team, and I've had Harry Wood for the whole summer. Just completely forgot about it. Went in, logged in to it there at the weekend because obviously I was doing my fantasy for the Premier League, and yeah, it was funny seeing Harry Wood still in the team there. Like, did I see? Yeah, Vaughan. Yeah, Momus player. I would agree. I actually, yeah, I completely agree with that. He's a big moments player. He probably like I can't see him consistently getting starts for Bose. Because anytime I've watched Bose, I think he's come off the bench. So I think fair enough. He's probably that kind of a player. You know, a bit like Trossard for Arsenal last season. That's my biggest comparison. As in, like, not kind of, well, probably as technical as him, but just like impact off the bench as opposed to starting. Like, I always preferred Martinelli start and then Trossard off the bench. Do you know that kind of way? So let's get a little look here. Yeah, literally still half time there. So no movement. I just had to double check I wasn't missing some of the match and chatting away here. But yeah, let's just if you are in the stream, be sure to drop a like on it, please and thank you. Does help me out a good bit just in terms of actually pushing out the stream to more people. We can get a bit more of a crowd in here and can kind of enjoy a bit more chat, you know, that kind of way. So would really appreciate it if you do like it. If you want to subscribe as well, I do lives. Starting to get into them a bit more, but I also do mostly away day kind of vlogs. I go to a lot of the League of Ireland and the odd trip away here and there. So yeah, I'm kind of branching out my content a little bit as I'm kind of getting more and more into it. I've been posting for about a year actually, probably just say 13 months. I think I started the channel and I started like my social media pages, but I started them like June maybe last year, and just really enjoy it. Like, love kind of just throwing my opinion out on the football I go watching, and kind of gives me not a good excuse, but like just a bit of a, I don't know, inspiration to be going to more games and like watching more, especially locally. Like, yeah, fair enough. I kind of, I do support Galway United, but I don't really have a League of Ireland team, so I kind of just float around and watch whoever I want, whatever week I decide I want to go. Say I want to go to Treaty United in First Division, or I want to go up to Galway for the Cup, or up to European games for all the Dublin teams. You know, I do try get a good coverage on everything, and I think I do a decent enough job. I hope I do anyways. People seem to be enjoying the content. Rory, thank you very much. You were in the last live stream, sure. So you kind of you can nearly see the difference between, say, the first live stream that I was doing compared to even now, like in those couple of days. So, yeah, appreciate subscribing and following on the socials as well, because I'm not more active over there, but like you'll get a different kind of view from myself on those. Like these are just basically me sitting here having a chat, you know, waffling sometimes more than I should be, but uh, like these are a bit more informal, I suppose. Like you can kind of just chat away to me, whereas on on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, I'll just throw up content and kind of just like it'll be different. Short form, people prefer short form. I'm slowly becoming more of a fan of like doing these kind of live streams. I didn't think I would be as well, which is so funny. Like it would always come up on, say, TikTok. You know, it's time to go live. Your followers want to, you know, hear from you, and I'm like, yeah, not fully convinced about it, but um, since I've started, I've been absolutely enjoying it. I've been trying to sort myself out with like upgrading a lot of this, say, equipment I have. Like I don't have a lot really. I have literally a tripod and my phone and my laptop, and that's it really. I've a mic here that I bought for the away day vlogs that I do, but yeah. Um, yes, Rory, 100%. I'm actually slightly gutted that Electric Picnic is on this weekend, because I would 100% be going to um, the National League, like the first round of National League. I would 100% be going to at least one of those games. Because they're all on Saturdays as well, which is like great, because I work as a coach, so I kind of like work during the week and then I'm off on the weekend. So sometimes uh, kind of those Thursday, Friday fixtures are a bit more difficult for me to get to. But on a Saturday, then I might have to do the odd Saturday, say. But for the most part, that'll be a morning, and then I'm free the rest of the day, so I could tip on to any of those places that have a National League team. What do people make of the National League? Will I throw that up as a question, or I just ask that for people joining in? I suppose I'll throw that in. What do we think of the National League? Actually, I'm I'm in a bit of a split camp with it. I think it's amazing that we have the capacity to add another league, but I fear that it might flop a small bit. Do you know that kind of way? Like this kind of truncated season that they're doing now, yeah, fair enough. That's like a tester run to see how it works. But I do think they still need to. They need to get up to the 20 teams. I don't know where they're going to pull them out of. Is the only thing. And then with that, it kind of tags onto it. But I think they need to then look at the way they promote and relegate teams throughout the three tiers. Because personally, I wasn't watching League of Ireland when they had the 12 teams in the Premier Division, and then they'd relegate was the bottom two, I believe. So I've only become aware of it after the fact, but they've changed it to 10. I don't like that it's such nearly a bias, but not really a bias. Do you know that kind of way? It's more advantageous to the ninth placed Premier Division team. You know, in terms of they literally, okay, I finished in that position. I now have to play this person who has played a playoff semi final, a playoff final, and then they come to us. Do you know that kind of way? And they'll generally play those. I remember last season, was it Bray? Treaty played Bray on the, I want to say, the Sun, or the, no, it was a midweek, was it? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the Sunday before. And then on the following Friday, like they generally get a full week turnaround. So for a first division player especially, I think that's a very quick turnaround, you know, that kind of way. But I've family in Monaghan, Chris. going to EP? Is it not usually full of mud? So I would say, historically speaking, Electric Picnic is just like mud. Like you're at nothing really, because it's that kind of, it's the end of summer. It's kind of coming into schools and stuff are back and everything like that, and people are like, oh, it's one last big blowout before. I would much rather, they actually changed it to the middle of August. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago? To um because of it was like their anniversary, their 20th anniversary or something like that. And that was why they changed it. I'm just going to double check if that match is back on. I've been chatting away. Match is back on, by the way. So we're here. But yeah, Electric Picnic is usually, now the last few years have been nicer. Obviously that year that I was speaking about was earlier in the summer, say it was around like the 14th of August or something, compared to it is this weekend, which is what, 28th of August is tomorrow. So um but the last real bad rainy year was 2022. That was torrential. My tent flooded. That's how bad it was. And like I'd be pretty like careful with like where I put the tent or whatever else, but yeah, I ended up having to abandon ship altogether, and I just stayed in one of my friend's house down the road. I was quite lucky that I have someone that I can stay with in Leash, so it's not too bad. But like people have been arriving today, and it's absolutely torrential rain here. I don't know if it is anywhere else. Why is that coming up, hand gestures? It's because I've been waving my hands too much. But yeah, so I'm not convinced that it's going to let up at any stage this weekend. So I may be calling to my mate again and saying, well, any room in the inn? But anyways, match is back on. We've paused for an injury there to Aflabi, I believe it was. I literally only caught a glimpse of him there. Yeah, Aflabi. It's so difficult having to try. Like I just want to get a monitor. That's my biggest thing. I want to get a monitor to put up there so I can have the game big screen and I can actually see a bit more of the match, because it's quite hard. Like I have say maybe half of the screen is the match, and like obviously that's shrunk down a small bit, so it's fairly zoomed in. I have the chat then on this side as well, but yeah, big improvements coming. Stay tuned. If you want to see the improvements, be sure to subscribe. But yeah, so what was I saying anyways? In the chat, Rory, did Bray play Waterford? Yes, they did. I was actually at that match. So Bray went 1-0 up as well, which like the kind of back to my point before I was talking about EP, but yeah, so the promotion relegation thing, it kind of favours the ninth place team to stay up as opposed to like being an even balanced. It should be nearly that, you know. I think if Bray had won that playoff final, they should have just gone through and been promoted. And I think that maybe doing ninth place and eighth place relegation playoff kind of a thing, or else just extend the league back to 12 teams, and you could then look at adding two of the teams up, so then you've 10 in the Premier Division, and then keep your 18 teams or whatever they're going to have eventually in that National League. I'm not sure though, but yeah, so I'll throw that up if anybody is popping in and has any sort of opinion on chance here for cups. Well snuffed out there. I don't think that was Pico. That looked like Grace. So well kept by Sabawale on the right wing there. Ball over the top. A bit of a chance here. He's headed on. Go on. Oh, he's turned back out. He's kept the ball in play though, so we're still on the attack. Sabawale into the middle. Oh, it wasn't even close, to be honest. It was a bit of a scoop shot that ended up going wide of the post on the far side. So 50 minutes in, we've had a bit of action from Rovers there. They might start pushing the initiative a bit more. Um, yeah, that is true as well, actually. Rory, it's kind of weird that you know you could genuinely be halfway down the table. It's because we don't have enough teams. That's kind of what that comes down to. But I get what you're saying. Like you could be a mid-table first division club and just have a good cup run, we'll say, and you're up in the Premier Division, which doesn't kind of sit right with me either. There just needs to be a change in the way it's all done, I think, personally. Nice little interlink there between the Shamrock Rovers players, and the shot is absolutely blasted wide. So, growing a bit more into it, that was. Who was that? That was number 26. Oh, something. I need to get the team sheet up, so at least I've a clue there. Rovers players down, holding his face. They're playing on, anyways, though. And ball in, claimed by the keeper, no good. So O'Sullivan, that's who I was trying to get his name, but let's just pull that to there, and then I can pull the chat back up. 2-1. That's your vote on the score. I would love a 2-1 to Shamrock Rovers, especially because I just want European football back in Ireland. Like I've gone to. I actually first started my first kind of time watching a League of Ireland team is because of the Molde game, the return fixture when Rovers got to the knockouts of the Conference League, say the playoff after league phase. They played Molde and Michael Noonan scored away in is it Iceland they're from, and then they came back with a 1-0 lead. It went 1-1, and then they lost on penalties. Like that's that was my first experience, like going to watch any sort of League of Ireland team. Actually, I lie. I watched. I always forget I went to this game, but I went to watch uh, Man City against Limerick FC in a friendly in like when was that, 2012 maybe 2013. I'm pretty sure Pellegrini was managing them at the time. It might have been him, or was he managing City at any stage? It might have been Mancini I'm thinking of. Maybe that was who I was thinking of. But anyways, like Edin Dzeko was there, Samir Nasri, Gael Clichy. They had, who else did they have? There was some like, Rocky Santa Cruz, one of my favorite all-time players. Just literally from when I used to get match attacks, and he was like Blackburn Rovers or something. I was like, oh my god, Rocky Santa Cruz, what a name. But yeah, that was the only other time I'd ever watched a League of Ireland team. So I'm only like watching League of Ireland, say, for the last year and a half. And 10 out of 10, like, have just gotten to be such a big fan of it. I've done a few different away days and matches in different places, but yeah, Rory still conflicted. League round, Rovers win for exposure. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I do get that. In terms of the money, like it is going to be a significant amount more. Now, in fairness, I did see some of the prize breakdowns for say competing in the what you call qualifiers, and Bose came away with something like 1.1 million or something, and they got to the same phase as Shells, who got 900 grand or something. I'm almost certain those are the two figures I saw. So they both went out in the last round of the Conference League, but they got slightly different amounts of money. Now, obviously, that is probably down to the fact that Bose played one of the games against Midland in Tala, probably. Just in terms of like capacity size, because Tolka obviously couldn't get to that. But I thought that was just prize money, so maybe it's nothing to do with that at all. Um, but yeah, so they got 1.1 anyways. I'm pretty sure, which is like great for them. But I don't know. Oh, chance! Oh, what a save! That was such a good turn and shot there. Oh, by Rovers, 57 minutes in. Great chance there. They're definitely way more enthusiastic this second half. Bradley has obviously kind of not let the chains off them, but you know that kind of way. They've just kind of he said, right, we just need to kind of go for this, and hopefully they keep going for it because yeah, I kind of going back to your point, Rory. I do get the kind of the gap that will start to keep growing and growing if Rovers are consistently getting European League phase football, and then um, like the rest are probably just getting to qualifiers and stuff like that. So completely understand that point of it, and like I just from my point of view, I just want to have the league grow as much as possible. So I don't know how they combat that though. Um, I is there a kind of a bit of funding that like the FAI get? I see. I wouldn't be too well versed. Like I only know about the prize money because it came up on one of the pages I follow. I think it was Football Meets Data on Instagram, and like I really enjoy their posts because they show loads of the stats like that. Like, but they're just showing replays there of the chance. I want to just see. Ah, no, that's not the chance at all. That was just a different replay. But we have our first substitute. Engval is on for Loye something or other for the KuPS. So not a Rovers one. Yeah, Rovers still extending the grasp on the league because they're already the richest and best, sadly, and it's kind of just getting yeah. I completely understand that, and even Tala being the biggest stadium by far, if Bose are getting the news, even if Bose are getting yeah, I suppose there is that side of things as well. They're just able to put it. Oh my God, that was an outrageous effort there by the Rover centre back. I assume possibly Grace. I could be wrong though. Grace or Stevens. In the Stevens, possibly. I see. I struggle to tell the difference between N Stevens and Lee Grace, to be honest. So I kind of just guess it's one of those. But yeah, I would be slightly worried on that front. I get that, but there surely has to be some sort of way or some sort of well, see that's my issue. I don't really know the workings of the FAI because I've been so against them. Stefan, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. We're just talking about some of the issues you have that if Rovers go through and get all of the prize money, say they'll get from league phase European football, what effect that they'll have on the League of Ireland. But I like if the FAI can come up with some sort of a way of like kind of like the PSR in the Premier League, do you know, like financial fair play rules, and obviously they have to abide by certain rules when they're competing in Europe. So maybe they can't like spend, say they get 5 million from their whole time. They can't spend more than 60% of that on new signings and stuff. It has to go back into the development of the actual club. So down to their grassroots and stuff like that. And again, I know that kind of grows the gap because one academy is way better than the other, and you kind of see that in rugby, especially as a great example. Leinster have kind of gotten a lot of the funding from the IRFU, and they've built way more on their academy as opposed to building or being able to sign all these players and stuff, and the rest of the provinces have been left behind a little bit in that regard. But yeah, it's a hard one to navigate, and I have no doubt that the FAI probably will mess it up at some point in some stage, and we'll see Rovers win like 5 leagues in a row. But yeah, I'm just not hugely hopeful on that side, but at the same time, I just would like to see. It's more the coefficient thing. Is my point is like if we have a team consistently competing, that gives other teams in Ireland the chance because our coefficient is better, so we get more places in the qualifying rounds, and then like with Shells and Rovers in Europe last season, that was great. But I also see your point, Rory. Basically, um, Stefan, yeah, Shamrock Rovers, Partisan. You're a Partisan fan. 2011. That's going back a good while. I wouldn't honestly know the game, or I wouldn't have memory of it. Given that I would have only been 11 years old, or maybe 10 at the time. But yeah, so. Great to have you here, though. I assume you're supporting the Shamrock Rovers and wanting them to do well. They're kind of your second team, are they? For when, of course, Partizan aren't in any European football. Have Partizan European football this year? Let me know in the chat. I wouldn't be too sure. I as much as I follow football, there's a lot of football to be following. I struggle to keep up with all of it, but Graham Burke is actually on for. Oh my God. I rate that he tried to hit that, but Graham Burke is on. Anyways, it wasn't Graham Burke that hit that. Possibly Fitzgerald or O'Sullivan. Um, Rickson, yeah, yeah. Or Ericsson, yeah, yeah. Definitely a boring game so far. So hopefully Graham Burke coming on can give us a bit of a spark here, and it can be a bit of a more entertaining game because he'll be pulling the strings. Are you watching on the stream, or are you just sitting here watching along with myself? Um, Graham Burke has taken a long throw, by the way, just for people to know. 65th minute now, and I didn't know Burke took long throws, but there you go. That is a decent effort. That looked like it came off a hand, but no shouts for handball from any of the Rovers members on the pitch. So we play on, but yeah, Rovers seem to be pushing the initiative a bit more. That is a big stinky tackle. That is a yellow card all day, unfortunately, for Matty Healy. So first yellow card of the game, I believe. I don't think there was one in the first half. If there was and I missed it, let me know in the chat. But um, what you call do hear argument, it would make the league stand out, but at the same time, yeah, completely like 100% agree with what you're saying. Like, and like there has to be some sort of way of I don't know, like regulating it, I suppose, like regulating their spending instead of just like they can't be just throwing money at everything and walking the league every year. But I actually, believe it or not, I saw a few fans Rovers fans commenting on some of my content on my other social media platforms that they were like, oh, Bradley, get him gone. Like, so, you never know. I do think Bradley is a great coach. Maybe they change it, and maybe they change him, and maybe that kind of doesn't go well for them, and you never know that kind of a way. But I don't think, I think he probably wins the league realistically this year, unless there's a massive fall off, like their heads completely drop if they go out of Europe. I think they could be actually very tired in the league. Um, going off of like these summer performances, I think this actually qualifying for Europe will probably do small bit of damage. Kind of like we saw last season, they were struggling to get over the line every week there until they beat Galway like 1-0, and even then it wasn't a convincing win to win the league. But yeah, we were big favourites, but unfortunately we got knocked out. There you go, Stefan. You have to love European football, to be fair, but it's just like it because it throws up random stuff like that. I was reading actually the what's the Azerbaijan team that qualified for the Champions League? Was it last night? They beat Hapoel, and your man was just like some random fella from Lithuania. He was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Lithuania. He won like the equivalent of maybe €2,000 or something like that, or £1,500, and he went to England, spent his money going to England, and then he did like sports science, got experience coaching at Man United and Brentford, like in underage, and then he has like worked his way up through the Lithuanian league, and now he's managing in the Champions League. Like that's your European football. I love. I love a little story like that, which is why I love Irish teams in Europe. Oh, big chance for KuPS there. 68th minute, 69th minute, just going into a ball across, kind of just bounces towards the edge of the D there, and their number 20 catches it on the half volley and just drags it wide of the post. That is a big chance for them. Like, McGinty was not getting to that. McGinty's dive, he barely got across half of the goal. But yeah, Ericsson, just listening, no problem. I appreciate you joining in the stream at least. I honestly, if I wasn't doing this live stream, I probably wouldn't have paid the €12 to stream this, to be able to watch it and talk through it with people. So I don't blame you whatsoever, and I hope I'm bringing a bit of entertainment anyways outside of this boring game. But yeah, Rory, that's a bit of a mad fact. See him walking the dog all the time. That must be interesting as a Bows fan. Do you ever say like, well, or like, if Bows are kind of playing Rovers at the weekend, would you say like, come on, Bows, or like, hope you don't beat us at the weekend, that kind of a job? Or would you just like walk past them and not say anything, kind of a thing? Because I feel like that'd be just funny. I actually met him. This is such a random story, but I kind of enjoy it as well. I met him in Dublin City one evening before he ran the Dublin Marathon, because I was involved in some of the Dublin Marathon work, and I ended up meeting him, and he actually said to me, because I was at the Kelge game the night before and they lost in the Conference League. This was last year. He said to me, or well, he didn't say it to me, but I was speaking with one of the lads who is one really good friends with him and on the board in Shamrock Rovers, and he was like, "Oh, I brought him to the game last night. He's a Jonah," and he was like, "Please let us just get over the line in the league, and then you can come back and watch the thing." So I was technically banned from Tallaght Stadium for a small period of time there while they were trying to get the league wrapped up. But yeah, it was such a weird story, like. But yeah, the fun stuff you you get with the How Good Sport channel, fun little stories like that. Ericsson hate Europa League and Conference League, really? As in, now, do you hate it like just the qualifying rounds, or do you hate like the whole thing, like the whole competitions put together? Um, but 2011, fall in love with Shamrock and your country. There you go. Have you ever been to Ireland, Stefan? 10 out of 10, recommend, and especially if you come to Ireland and get out of Dublin. I'm not from Dublin, so I'm actually from Galway, the other side of the country, and I'm a big believer in, yeah, do like your day or 2 days in Dublin maybe, and then get out of there. We have an attack here for Shamrock Rovers to get the ball in, easily claimed by the goalkeeper, so another opportunity gone there. But yeah, I'm a big big believer in, but that's kind of everywhere you go. Do you know, oftentimes you should always try to get out of the capital city when you try travel around places. But we have EPL ST listening from Kuopio. Oh, very cool. Oh, so you're listening like from, say, Finland. That's unbelievable. That's so cool. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying. You must have good English to understand me and my waffle, because that is some interesting stories I've been telling. But I hope you're enjoying. Anyways, sometimes Rory sometimes they say hi, but forget I don't know him. Yeah. It's like you only see him on the telly. It's a little bit of like a parasocial relationship, I suppose. You kind of you're just like, oh yeah, well, how's things? I you'd love to be able to go up and chat, and I honestly think he probably wouldn't remember me. Have like I've literally met him and like had a solid 5 minute conversation with him, maybe 3-4 minutes. Uh, we have just a bit of a drop in the stream there. Hopefully it comes back. My Wi-Fi has dropped. Sorry guys for that. The Wi-Fi just cut out there for a second. I'm hoping that's all good. Um, Let me know if there was any issues there. I just that just kind of came out of nowhere, but yeah. Kuopio, yeah. So I honestly really should have done my research. I don't even know where Kuopio is, say in Finland. I'm gonna look it up. Kuopio city in Finland. Like, are you near? Where are we going with a map? Let me get a map up. Oh, perfect. It takes 15 hours to get from Cork. So that's good. It's city. I need a visual aid. Let me get this map up. Kuopio. Oh, wow. You guys are far up there. That is. Oh my god, I've just seen the stupidest thing in my life. KuPS have scored. It's 1-0 to KuPS, and that is genuinely the stupidest goal you'll ever see. It's a free kick on the left hand side of the goal. They swing it in. The number 4 there is Adams, gets a header onto it. He plays it back. Sorry, it wasn't even Adams. It was number 29 there. He gets. Oh my god, I can't believe how stupid this is. He gets up. It's Graham Burke. Oh my god. Anyways, ball is swung in from the free kick. It's headed back across, flicked on by the Shamrock Rovers defender, and Graham Burke just headers it into the goal. He like tries to get his leg up, and his head somehow gets onto it, and then it goes into. Oh my god, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I'm not raging, but I am a little bit. But there we go, we have a goal anyways. So you can enjoy the little graphic there while I'm updating that. But yeah, that is woeful stuff out of Berkey there. Oh my god, 1-0 to 1-0 to KuPS. So we have one happy guy in the chat there. Who was that? EPL, you're happy. So yeah, it my I actually I can't believe what I've just seen. I encourage everybody to watch the highlights of this match afterwards because that was it's so unlucky, but I don't know how you manage that as like a professional footballer. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I missed a lot from the the chat there while I was giving out about this stupid goal. Oh my god. Vinny and the Jets, they make it 1-1 for you, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure they will, Vinny. If you've seen any of the Shamrock Rovers games over the course of that is excellent dribbling. Shamrock Rovers on the attack here, ball into the box. Nobody in there attacking it. There was an early run to the front post and nobody in the middle. Someone waiting at the back post there, like Sabawale, I think it was. But oh my god, that is a stinker, guys. That is an absolute stinker. Oh, Pico on goal. No, I'm pretty sure that came off Berkey. I don't even know how I go back. I'll be honest. I was almost certain that came off Graham Burke, but um, again, that could be a me mix-up. I'm literally watching on the tiny screen at the side here. I'm almost certain, no, it was Graham Burke. So we can fact check that. Actually, you know what I'll just skip back. I don't really want to miss anything, but I'll try skip back. Yeah, sure. Look, I'll get back. I'll go back to the goal and I'll double check it for you. Yeah, happy out here, but it sounds of it wasn't a beautiful goal. No, it wasn't. It was absolute dirt. Yeah, it's Graham Burke. It's Graham Burke. So it comes off Graham Burke's head. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I will literally show you the action he does because it's impossible to believe. He goes to go. I don't know. Can you see me? I'll double check. Yeah. So everybody, no, you can't really see me. I'm gonna angle this up. He goes to get the ball with, say, his left foot here. So he brings his left foot up, and it's too high, like it's coming head height, too high, comes in, doof, in off his head, into the goal. No, I've watched it back there, Chris. It's definitely it is definitely what you call Graham Burke. Unless, well, it was definitely Graham Burke that it came off. Unless they've given it to, I don't know how I'm going to prove this, but I promise you it was Graham Burke. Let me get it just to double check. I know it's Graham Burke. I know what he looks like, but okay, I've missed. I have to go right back here. Let's. Well, the stream is giving it to an LC Puko, but that he was the guy that played the cross. He was the guy that played the cross. Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate it. Yeah, full on recreation. So, who jumps and gets that? So is it? Oh, I don't know who it is. Is it Enda Stevens? So basically, there's a flick on in front of Berkey, and it flicks on, hits Berkey in the head, and goes in. It's definitely Graham Burke, 100% Graham Burke. No doubt about it. Like he's the one there. But I'm just coming back to the live part of the stream there now, and KuPS have a free kick or a corner, a free kick on the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. This could be game over, being honest. If they score from this, like done and dusted, 80th minute. Yeah. Just get rid of this and break up the field. I don't know who. Oh my God, they've cleared it away anyways. Sorry, I missed a lot of the chat here after that goal because it was so awful. But I'm just gonna have a look here. Stefan, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Haven't been. I've been to Newcastle. Oh, very cool. I've never been to Newcastle. I usually go to London, just because I'm an Arsenal fan. You'll see the flag just over here. Big Arsenal fan, but yeah, not being. I was actually in Bristol randomly a couple of weeks ago there because I went to the Community Shield. So went and watched that game, but flew into Bristol from Ireland, which was like the easiest way to go, the best way to go. But yes, it's my first time here, bro, listening from Maryland. Oh, sick, Ericsson. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying anyways, and I hope the Irish accent and the fast pace of talking isn't too difficult. We've subs here coming on for Rovers. Michael Noonan is on for Aaron Green, and Adam Brennan is on for Dylan Watts. So Bradley is trying to do something at least. I'd love to know if there's any Shamrock Rovers fans in the chat. Let me know your opinions on Bradley after this. If they go out of Europe, is he gone? Even if they win the league, is he gone? I had a few people that were saying that in a couple of the comments on last week's kind of post-match reaction that I did for the game. But yeah, so I'm great. Appreciate that, EPL. You're having a good time there. But and that you can understand me as well. That's very impressive of your English skills, to be fair. Yeah, Rory. To be fair, Bradley is a sound fella. Like he was like obviously messing with me. Like I'm not actually banned from the stadium, but he was just like having the crack kind of a thing, you know. Yeah, the notifications. Yeah, I went through that anyways. Notifications were wrong. Vinny, yeah, appreciate the subscription. I I just had to actually show you the stupidity that I saw. Like I there was um, no other description than just like that. I had to actually physically show you how silly of a goal it was. But who Kevin? What are up and coming young talents Irish football look out for? I would say 100% Rory Jade Numa. Jade Numa plays in Portugal. I'm not sure who for, but actually another random piece of lore here. But I met Jaden Uma's agent in Spain at the Ireland versus Grenada friendly they did there in April. Just randomly took a notion to go there with a few people and ended up just like he was on the tram with us or there in front of us after the game, and he was just like, "Oh, are you Irish?" And we're like, "Yeah, yeah." And he was like, "Oh, I'm an agent." And I was like, "Oh, were you like somebody's agent there?" And he was telling us which agent he was. But yeah, he Jaden Uma. Who does he play for? He's originally from Cork, and he plays for Benfica. That's who it was. So he's in Portugal. Who else? I quite like Jack Moylan. Kevin, if you're listening, Jack Moylan, he actually was named in the League One or League Two player PFA team of the season. So big up and coming player there, Jack Moylan. Let me just check where he's playing now. He was previously, so he's with Cardiff CD now, but he was with Lincoln last season. So he got PFA team of the season off of that, which is unbelievable. And he was very good in that warm up game or that kind of friendly game that they showed or that they played. Who else? I quite like. See, obviously, like you've young players who've like signed over to Premier League teams. Like we had Mason Melia. I'm pretty sure has gone to Spurs, isn't he? I could be wrong, but Mason Melia. And Shamrock Rovers have Victor Ojavuna. Oziavuna. I don't know how to say. If I've butchered that, I'm sorry, but um, he's signed a contract with Arsenal, but he's only like 16. Um, Rory Dawson Devoy, yeah, Dawson Devoy. Got in the cap against Canada, which I had to stay up for. Yeah, I watched up. I watched that match actually as well. Was Dawson in that squad for the Granada game? I honestly don't remember because there was like it was a bit of just a random game, and it was like some players were like Darrow O'Shea was there, Ipswich defender. He's not really an up and coming young talent, but like Chidozie Ogbene was there. I'm pretty sure. Who else? Jade Numa was with that squad as well, so there was a good few. Like there was some lads from the League of Ireland. No, he wasn't. Dawson Voy wasn't there. Yeah, so that's what I remembered, that there was a League of Ireland player that got called up for that Canada squad and wasn't at the game in Murcia. We have a yellow card there for Brahima Magassa, number 28 for KuPS. Let me just get a time check there. They're just showing us replays of the tackle. It's not an amazing tackle. He does get the ball, but he kind of follows through onto the man. So fair enough. It's a yellow card. I would probably be raging. Possibly Tom Cannon. Possibly Tom Cannon. I see. I'm kind of awful with names, and because I watch so much football, I'm like, oh, when was that? Trying to figure out who and what I was seeing, but 87th minute, and we've had a yellow card. There's a free kick there. Graham Burke hooks it in. Go on, Pico. Oh my God. I don't think that was Pico Lopez. Anyways, I completely just called out the wrong player, but running across the box. How do I even describe that? Graham Burke just loops the ball in. Pico was going for it, but it is Stevens possibly that gets to it first and kind of hooks the ball backwards. Pico should have taken that 100%. I don't know why he didn't. Like, Pico was running straight towards it. It bounced up in front of him, and instead, who is that? I want to say Enda Stevens. I could be completely wrong though. He was just unable to get it. It was flicked over in the end by the Shamrock Rovers player. Tom Cannon scored a hat-trick. Yes, he did. Very good. And Jack Moylan then scored the other two goals, I'm almost certain. Yeah. I'm going to get up that starting lineup because I genuinely have no idea who was there. Ireland v Granada lineup. Starting lineup. They had Max O'Leary in goal, Mark McGuinness, Darrow O'Shea, Adaramola, Jason Malumbi, Jason Knight, Connor Coventry, Adam Ida. Yeah, I would back Jack Moylan as a. Jack Moylan is. I don't know what age he is though, so he could. He's 24, not hugely very young, but not like. Sorry, I thought the mic turned off there. Not like what you call. Oh well, lads. Hopefully, Larn can avenge Shamrock Rovers. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think I'll be going up to watch Larn though, which is a bit of a letdown. Yeah, who are Larn playing? I don't really like. I obviously know some of the teams up north, but I don't. I don't really be following them too intently. We do have a free kick here though for Shamrock Rovers as it ticks towards the 90th minute. It is Byrne to take this free kick, swing it in. Sabuale makes a short run there to try a decoy. It's headed up into the air. Oh, offside anyways. Like, you can't be running a set play and be offside from it. Like, that's just silliness. Graham Burke involved with a bit of afters because he jumps for the ball, he jumps straight up, but they're all like giving out that he fouled, and they're just wasting time, to be honest. Like, come on. It's a bit of a ridiculous end to the game, I suppose. D4, it pisses me off that Larne can play at Inver Park and Linfield fans are wild cocky because their stadium is a national stadium. Fair enough. Oh, there is a little bit of an elbow from Graham Burke, but he's also like jumping for the ball. Like, it's not like he's looking at him and goes doof. So we've 3 minutes at a time. KuPS have the ball and they're streaming forward. They're just going to hold on to the ball like they're going through. Oh, they're on the attack though. Shoots, and it's an absolute p-roller there. Yeah, I as I said there, D4, I wouldn't be like, oh, I've just realised her name is Dermot. Sorry. Yeah, I just don't know all that much about the football league up north, but yeah, I wish there was as well. But Chris Lincoln, yeah, Jack Moylan was with Lincoln. He's with Cardiff now. I'm pretty sure he moved during the summer. I remember seeing that. I just couldn't remember who he was with at the time. Say, but he got that. I remember seeing him in the team, the PFA team last season. Maybe next time you guys can qualify because Shamrock Rovers are a very good team. It's just like they got a bit unlucky. Yeah, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't say Rovers are the best representation. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ed. Ed's going to get a red card here, surely. Ed McGinty, oh my god, he's actually come away with a yellow. I don't know how he's managed that. But basically, ball has bounced through somehow. I think Pico misses it. They're going to show a yellow card, or he got a yellow card, not a red card. Ed misses the ball and basically slide tackles. He goes to kick the ball, completely misses it, goes through his legs, and he slides through. Oh my god, the ball slides through and he just absolutely clatters the man. Yeah, that will probably be that realistically. Like, we're pushing on to the 93rd minute here. There was obviously that little bit of kind of afters that led into the 91st minute, but I can't see us having any longer here. They're just going to go for the corner. Chris, yes, sorry. Okay, Lincoln Redent. Sorry, I thought you were on about the Jack Moylan thing, but yeah, that's it. Full time, 1-0 on the night to KuPS against Shamrock Rovers. That is disappointing, to be honest. But kind of what we expected nearly. So yeah, full time finishes KuPS 1, Shamrock Rovers 0, and it's 2-1 on aggregate. So KuPS will be playing league phase football next season. Neither team kind of came out and hugely impressed me. KuPS got a very lucky goal, I'll be so honest. Like, it was a good set play. They've swung it in. It's gotten the header back across, and then it's just taken the flick off the Shamrock Rovers defender and changed the line of direction. But somehow Graham Burke, it hits off his forehead and goes into the goal. I don't know how you do that, but maybe because he was lifting his left foot, his head was turned slightly like this, and it flicks into the past Ed McGinty, who probably should have saved it. It was a little bit of a slow motion goal, but yeah, unfortunate that no League of Ireland teams will be in any European football next season. So yeah, bit of a disappointment. Oh, we have Vinny. Unfortunately, I can't show again. I might injure myself, and I have a very big music festival to be attending at the weekend. Can't be doing that. I'll actually have a look at the uh, what you call stream, the draw for the Champions League. I assume it's still going, but we'll see if there is any of them still playing or still being done, and I'll do a little reaction at the end of this, I suppose. If you want to stick around, if you want to tip on, please do give the stream a like, subscribe if you are new around here and you want to see more of this type of content. I do also have away days and stuff like that, but yeah, other than that, I will let you go if you want, and if anybody wants to stay around, then I'm just going to pull up the draw here, so I'll get that up and we can kind of have a little watch away. So Arsenal have Dortmund at home. Well done, congratulations to KuPS, fair play to you. Honestly, probably neither team deserved to go through, but um, yeah, we're looking at pot three here, Feyenoord. What way are they doing this? Have they posted all of the ones yet, or are they just showing kind of who's in what pot and what fixtures have to be drawn yet? I'm not entirely sure how it works, but we'll stay on here anyways. I probably missed a couple of chats there. Arsenal in with Real Madrid. Oh, sorry, Chris. Do you mean in the same pot? Yeah, we have to. I believe we have to play one other team from that pot, and there's like three Premier League or four Premier League teams in pot one, so we can't play all of those obviously. So we have to play like one of PSG. Is it one of someone like PSG, Real Madrid, a couple other teams there, but um, yeah, Rory. I think even though no one qualified. Uh, Irish represent them well and enjoy it. I'm going to go enjoy the stream. Cheers, Rory. Thanks for watching. I assume you're gone already, but appreciate you joining in for the last couple of streams as well. So yeah, that is that from the KuPS game. But we're just gonna stay here and have a look and see what draws some of the teams get for the Champions League. Have we any opinions on who you'd like to get as fans of some of the Champions League teams? Obviously, the KuPS fans. Your draw. When will your draw be? Will that be later on this evening, or when will that be? If you know, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those team sheets anyways. I don't need those anymore. Um, cheers, Rory. Good luck. So, pot three, we've Shakhtar Donetsk, who are actually, I've seen, apparently meant to be playing their home games at, uh, who are they meant to be playing? Meant to be playing their home games at Stamford Bridge, apparently. Like Todd Bowley wants them to play them there or something like that. I saw. Now, somebody may be able to correct me in the comments, but that was the last I saw of that. Now, Shakhtar have Real Madrid. Sorry, what is this? Oh, Shakhtar have Real Madrid at home, Inter away, Sporting at home, PSV away, Fenerbahce at home, who had a very interesting game there last night against Lyon. I don't know if anybody saw the clips of Guendouzi running around having the time of his life in what you call in the aftermath of the game, but that was 10 out of 10 comedy. Like Villarreal are the next team out of the pot, and they have Paris, Liverpool, Man United, Dortmund, and then so what is it? They're just like randomizing the teams out of the remaining pots. Thierry Henry presses a button, then interesting. Cheers, Callum. Appreciate the follow. If you're new around here, please do follow. You can check out some of my other content. I do long form YouTube. I do stuff on shorts, stuff on Instagram Reels, wherever you like to consume your content. I try to post loads of different things. You'll get like post match reactions and stuff off of me when I'm, say, at a match. I'll do a quick video of whatever I'm posting and stuff like that. But yeah, be sure to have a look at my other channels there, because you'll get slightly different content across all of them, but it's kind of just what you prefer. I'm really enjoying these streams now, so I'll definitely be doing more in the future. If you want to come in and have a watch of them in the future, please do have a look, and I'll definitely be posting more or trying to do more live streams as the season goes on. Bodo Glimt have Atleti, Bayern, Dortmund, Club Brugge, Lille, Napoli, Lask, and Lens. So Bodo Glimt were decent last season as well. They might have a little run again. Do you know? I need to have a drink of water. I've been chatting for how long are we on stream? I feel like I've been going for hours here. Yeah, nearly 2 hours on the stream. So if you've been here with me for the 2 hours, I honestly, fair play to you. I'm definitely impressed with you if you've stuck with me that long. But if you have been around that long, please do consider subscribing. Yeah, we've Leipzig up next. They've City at home, Real Madrid away, PSV, United, Shakhtar, Feyenoord, Lens, and Como. RB Leipzig, I'm not a huge fan of RB Leipzig just because it's like the Red Bull. I don't enjoy those like kind of multi-club ownership models. The likes of your Cities, your Blue Co with Chelsea and stuff like that. Just Fenerbahce, we have Liverpool, Atleti, Roma, Aston Villa, Villarreal, Shakhtar, and they have to finalise. Oh, so Arsenal will have been drawn already. I'm going to be honest, I want to skip back to Arsenal and just see their fixtures. So let's see if we can pull them up. Arsenal, here we go. So Arsenal have... Oh my God, sorry, what is that draw? We have Real Madrid at home, which will be pretty cool, and that's the first game week as well, which is kind of sick. Bayern Munich away, Borussia Dortmund. Sorry, I'm going to start again because this thing won't clear out from my screen, so I can't actually fully see the whole thing. But just give me a second while this clears off. Okay, so Arsenal. Oh, why won't it let me pause and view the whole thing? Wait a sec, let me pull this down. No, it's not going to work. Full screen it. No, it's just not going away. So I'm just going to have to read it very quickly. Let's just skip back a small bit. Okay, let's read. Right, Arsenal have Real Madrid at home. First match of the whole Champions League for Arsenal. Real Madrid at home, Bayern Munich away, Dortmund at home, Real Betis away. We'll get a Troy Parrott. Oh my God, that would be an unbelievable game to go to. I'm going to have to try get to that. We have Lille at home, Napoli away, Sabah at home, and Slavia Prague away as our final fixture. That is a crazy start to some of the games. Like, we've some outrageous fixtures there. But I honestly, that Real Betis, I'm going to be trying to get to that one, because if you were here for my stream on Tuesday night, I watched the Troy Parrott Real Betis versus Valencia, his first game for Real Betis, and honest to God, it was a very enjoyable stream. And I actually saw Betis play Arsenal in the Aviva Stadium there a few weeks ago. So Yeah, I know who Arsenal have got anyway, so I'll probably leave the stream there. I might do a bit more of a reaction to the full Champions League draw on one of my other platforms. So if you want to give me a follow on one of those, please do. But I would say that is going to be that from me for today, and I will try to get back with another live stream. I've no real plans, but I'll try to get back. Maybe we'll look at doing Monday evening. If not, it'll probably be sometime next week that I'll throw up another live stream. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this stream so it pushes out to more people and we can get a good crowd of us in here. And be sure to have a good evening. And that's all really from me. But cheers for watching, guys, if you're still around, still watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.